Okay, hi everyone. I just want to make a small sort of like educational video. I'm not analyzing any chart whatsoever at the moment. So this is just to explain price action. So price action and the language that we use and what break of structure is and uh, as I said, the language like your lower, 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 high, and what is that? Just so for some people who are not on that page can just get to understand what it is. So I want to start with the bullish market. So what it is if we're gonna go up, it's called a higher high. Okay. Okay. So let's just say market was going this direction. Okay, and then suddenly it went up, and then from there on it went to this level. If it goes up one more level, this level will be called a higher low. This one is called a higher high. So the first word that you say, when you say higher, it refers to a bullish trend, an upward trend. Okay, and then this is higher low. This is the low of that high. Okay, so the moment you come down again, we create another higher low. And then when you go up, you create a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So this will happen when we are on an uptrend. We're gonna see a series of higher highs and higher lows. Uh, but for some reason, this previous higher low, if price comes down, if price comes down and breaks this uh, higher low, we call this a, a BOS, break of structure. So this will be BOS. Okay, okay. So usually with the strategy that we use after the BOS, we're gonna have to wait for a pullback of around 61.8, and that's when we normally would want to trade the next leg going down, whether it's going to be a long move or just a brief move, but we just want to trade from the 61.8 area. So usually within this leg that is going up, it usually comes in three waves. So meaning there will be an ABC, and when it gets to 61.8, we would put our stop loss here, and we would trade this move going down. Okay, so that is how we determine break of structure, uh, and that's how we call it BOS. So usually on our chart, you will see there will be like a purple line. It usually represents that you've interrupted this sequence, like high, 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 low, high, 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 low, high, 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 low. And once you've interrupted, you have a potential of turning around. Okay, so but one other thing is, just so you don't get trapped, it doesn't mean that every time there will be this structure, this BOS, then market is it's definitely going to go down. No, sometimes you have a BOS, but what happens is the market, instead of going down, it will just come here and then proceed going up. And usually that is what we call an expanding flat correction. So the C takes out that higher low, but the trend will continue going up and we'll keep on getting a continuation of the trend to the upside. Okay, so basically these are higher highs, and then these are higher lows. Okay, so okay, okay, and all of these are higher lows. Higher low. Even this one becomes a higher low. It will become a higher low for as long as market has not uh, broken below it. It will just become a higher low. Okay, and then the next one will be this one here. Okay, so I hope everybody at least will have an understanding of when do we say higher high and higher low, and this is what we call break of structure. And at least on the language side we are done. And just now on the downtrend, quickly on the downtrend, so if the trend was going up and we have a lower and then this, lower and then this, lower and then this, lower, and then we break. Okay, so just want to label this quickly. So this is purely educational. So this will be a lower low. All the new lows that you see will be lower lows. Okay, and this will be your lower high. We start with lower because it's going down. The trend is going down, so it's we start with lower, lower high, lower high. Okay, this one it becomes a lower high, but once it's broken, like here now, it's actually because this will be our break of structure here. We broken the previous lower high. It's a break of structure. So once we come here, we correct and we make a new high, then this automatically now becomes a higher high. Sorry, becomes a higher high, and this will become yeah, and then this will become, because now we are changing direction, this will become a higher low, then higher high, higher low. You see, just like that, higher high. Come on. But I think everybody gets what I'm trying to say. Let me take this guy here. Yes. So this is basically the language, and this will be your BOS. This will be the break of structure. I hope I've clarified. I just wanted to make a small video, but I hope I've clarified the language we use, what BOS is, and what lower is, what lower high is, and what all of that means. So yeah, I hope everybody is on board with this one. And just like I made an example on the other trend, I said it doesn't mean that when you have a BOS you're gonna change direction, but you can still have a situation where even after the BOS, and then the market continues to go down, and usually that would be an ABC correction where the C takes out the A and then it goes down. This correction is called expanding flat. Okay, so that correction will be called an expanding flat. That's why you need to also look at momentum during the BOS to try and determine whether it could be a potential reversal or it was just a part of a correction. Okay, just wanted to make this video under 10 minutes. I hope it clarifies a whole lot of things. And yeah, thanks for watching.